Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Detroit Lions and the New York Jets. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Ready, set.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. The Jets at 9-4 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Hey, exit. Hey, Charlie.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Start this drive out on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up, They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On second down now, Goodson, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Quick throw there out to Williams. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10. Down at the 33. Up the middle they go. Goodson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
No gain on the play there, second down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's third.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Mariota now. That's complete right around the 8. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They'll try it now with Swift. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on fourth down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 11 now, Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
One of the great coaches said football's really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Hey, Lawrence! Hey, Orban! Hey, let's go!
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. That's complete, it's Elijah Moore. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And check down, complete to Hall. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on, and a lot of defenses.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run on first down. Goodson, and some room to roam now. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyler Goodson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They go play action with Lawrence. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Go!
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aleem McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On 2nd down, Goodson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On third down, Mariota. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. The 20. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it. You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Mariota from the gun on third down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Zerline now for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Goodson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Play action now. Mariota. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have it.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Block it, block it. Yeah.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Garden, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now Mariota.
That's complete to Hightower.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Throwing, Mariota. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Ball again. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Now Lawrence steps away to his left. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On second down now, Goodson. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
123 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Here's Mariota.
He's got this complete to Williams.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Now a handoff up the middle. Goodson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Mariota. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence will throw.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, Charlie!
Now Lawrence. He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Hey, Lawrence! Hey, Orbit!
Here's Lawrence.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Alex Anzalone gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
61, back, block, right.
They'll give to Hall. Room here to run. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Jeremy Ruckert.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played the responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Off the play fake, Mariota. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Ball on a give up the middle.
4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Lawrence. Connection made to Ruckert.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 44 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall.
Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Jets are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Jets have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th.
Zerline good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. 137 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, Mariota. In trouble, and he's taken down.
The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams there to bring him down.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Their front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. From the gun, Mariota. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Quentin Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. They're on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
They find some open field here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Zerline on and the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed. And, my goodness, another interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. Zerline now for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
On second down, Goodson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Up the middle they go. Goodson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
One last shot now for Mariota. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came all the way from losing to win. but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate